For a Neapolitan style pizza, never ever use a rolling pin. The reason is that after all those hours of ripening and rising the dough is filled with little gas pockets, and later on when you're gonna bake the dough, these pockets will expand and create the most beautiful bread-like crust filled with flavor. In making the most amazing Neapolitan style pizza base, there are 2 stages. Number 1, pounding of the dough. Number 2, stretching of the dough. So before we start, we have to make sure that our dough has been out of the fridge for at least 2 until 8 hours. The dough has to be at room temperature. Put a little bit of flour on our knife and put it underneath the dough. Put a little bit of flour on your working bench and now put it down. The bottom stays the bottom and the top is on top. Bit of flour on the pizza. Start pounding the pizza until you go all the way around. And you see that I'm mainly focusing on the outside of the dough. So the inside, the center, you're leaving alone. You're not touching it. This will get stretched later on in the process. So when you're pressing down on the dough, make sure you are never touching the outside rim. This rim will later on become the crust of your pizza. That's part 1, pounding of the dough. Let's go to part 2. There are many techniques to stretch your dough. I'm going to show you a few, and then you can pick one or you can use all of them. And we're going to cup our hands lightly, and then we put them down on top of the dough. Of course, not touching the outer rim. And we're going to stretch the part between the tops of our fingers. So this little part, we're going to go down and out. You will do this until the pizza made a full rotation. The next technique is that you place the dough on top of one hand and then gently swipe it over to the other one. So you're going to lay it on this one and swipe it over there. You're going to do this a couple of times. Lay the dough on top of your knuckles. You're going to stretch the part between these 2 hands. So you're going to go like this and then throw the dough a little bit and stretch, throw, stretch, throw. You can also check now if there are parts in the dough that are thinner than other ones. Now, the last and final step is throwing your dough up in the air. Try to look as cool as possible. A quick shoulder roll. And kaboom! Your pizza's ready. Don't forget to check out my other tutorials and see you later. Peace!